How you doing, people? Robert here, aka Robess Anti-Corruption Scotland. Now, today we hear that the man known by the name of Humza Useless has resigned. Most people will be happy with that, be jumping with joy because he is gone or he is going, right? That's all fine and dandy, right? The problem we've got here is the corruption is still going to be in place. The rules, regulations and policies and the Tom and Jerry laws that they call laws, they're still going to be coming into effect and affecting people's life with a detrimental effect, causing problems. So the fact that this man has left or is going makes no difference, because every man, woman representing the dead legal entity, Scottish Government or any other government, UK Government, are committing fraud against the people. They're infringing on their rights, no human rights, they're inalienable and inherent rights. And they're trying to control people's lives, so we can't have that. Now, I'm happy that this man's away because he's a wrongdoer. And every one of the men and women in that entity known as Scottish Parliament are wrongdoers. They're lying to the people, they're deceiving the people, and it's wrong. And the people have to wake up. As I keep saying, people, the only way to resolve this issue is a sovereign government, a people government where people can hold people to account. There is no escape of liability. And justice is fair and the law is equal to all. Right now, their Tom and Jerry rules that they call law is discriminating against our people. The sick, the homeless, causing deprivation and poverty, food banks, and all the rest of it. And as Scotland's rife with sons and daughters being abused, but there's no mention of that. It's all swept under the carpet. And the problem we have is the so-called media has been bought and paid for to put out a message to deceive and distract the people from what's really going on. And that's a fact. Come on, people, listen to Anti-Corruption Scotland, myself and Anti-Corruption Scotland, we're telling you the truth. We're trying to wake you up, we're trying to educate you. And the only way we can make change is if the people make change. Politicians, as I said in the last couple of videos, will make change, but it's not for the benefit of the people of the lands of Scotland, the lands of England, Ireland and Wales. It's for the corporate agenda, like the pandemic treaty, the WHO, the WEF, NATO, one world government. Come on, people. There's a bigger picture here, and people have to pay attention and wake up and smell the coffee before it's too late. We the people have got an opportunity here to put an end to this. Like I was out in the street on Saturday, right? First time in over 6 months. And it felt really good. And a lot of people in George Square, even though you don't see them in the video on the camera, are standing and watching, standing and listening. And I had great engagement at the end of the video when the camera was off. People coming over to speak about the banner that was up, about the man, the person, the hospital records, the Crown copyright name, the entity, and they were taken back, people. Some people in the square, when I mentioned about the entity as the picture on the driving licence or the passport, and I told people when you go home and if you've got a driving licence or a passport, that's the entity. Ask a question and see what answers. This is how simple this is, people. That's why they want digital ID, because you can only be living, standing, like I'm standing in front of this camera talking to the people on this video, right? If I was to pull out a driving licence or a passport and put that up, you wouldn't hear a thing, because the picture is dead. It is an image, right? And that's why I keep telling you about the black writing, the old capital name in boxes. That's the sign of the dead. They don't hear you, don't see you, don't recognise you. And this is exactly what these politicians are all about. You're classed as a citizen in their society. You were tricked and lied to. You're a bonded slave in a modern day slave society, as they call it, right? You're a slave, people, and that's the bottom line of it. When you earn money, they tax it. When you spend money, they tax it. When you invest money, they tax it. When you pay into a pension pot, they tax it. You're working for nothing, people. You're being robbed of your equity, you're being robbed of your life, and you're being robbed of your identity. And it's time for people to wake up, smell of coffee. It's wrong, and it has to stop. Now, I don't know who's going to be selected relating to the new man or woman acting in capacity as First Minister, right? But it doesn't matter because it makes no difference, right? Like the hate bill, that was a nonsense. That's just totally wrong, right? The government, the men and women represent the government with the policies, rules, regulations, causes the hatred with the people, causes the division with the people, and that's why they do what they do, to keep the distraction. Pass all these laws. There's never a full disclosure when they pass a legislation, a statute or an act. They maybe give you a wee hint in the news or they give a wee hint in the media, right? But there's no full disclosure. These statutes and acts and legislation are only relevant to the 129 numpties, wrongdoers in the Scottish Parliament. They consented to that. We did not. And as I keep telling you, the characteristics of a sovereign government changes to a mere private corporation. It has no authority, it has no jurisdiction, and that's a fact. They have to abide by the civil law, the law of contract, commercial law, and they're duty bound under the laws of contract. We don't have a contract with these people. And as I've proved time and time again, everything's registered and done in Bradstreet for everybody to see. Don't be deceived anymore, people. Don't sit back and take the nonsense, the lies, the deception and the fraud and the harm that's been caused to our people in the lands of Scotland, lands of England, Ireland and Wales, the sons and daughters that's been abused. It's time to put an end to that, right? I'm going to be back on the street now. That Saturday there was just a wee test, and I'm quite happy with the test, the way it went, and the people's input, and the people that stood and listened, and most of the people were strangers people. I done this on the spur of the moment. I contacted a couple of people for Anti-Corruption Scotland, and they managed to come and support a man. My daughter was there, I'm proud of her, she was there to support her father. And it was a real buzz for me because, as I say, I've not done this for over 6 months, but I'm going back out in the street because people have to be woke up at a rapid pace now, people. And when I go back out in the street, videos will be putting up because there's a lot of people on TikTok and other media platforms asking when I'm back in the street. They want to be there, they want to come and speak to me, they want to learn, they want to be educated. So you're going to get the opportunity. And when I put these videos up, I'm expecting people to stand up and be counted, step forward and come forward and stand with Anti-Corruption Scotland so we can wake the people up and put a stop to the tyranny, end the corruption. Even Police Scotland, they're new, it's came to my attention, they're going to start doing blood tests, random blood tests for people that's in their cars, travelling from point A, or as they call it, driving, right? Remember people, everything attached to the man or woman is your property. And the only way another man or woman can impede on that property is if they're making a superior claim. Does not matter about statutes, acts or legislation, that means nothing, right? Most of them can't even quote the act because they don't know the law. And as I says, there's two systems, legal, lawful, and this is what people have to comprehend and understand. There's a big deception going on here, people. And these people, every one of them in this legal system, legal society, is committing misconduct in public office, right? Because they're causing harm to the people, right? They're abusing their power and their authority that they don't have. They don't have any authority or power over a man or woman, right? I know that's hard to understand and comprehend, but they do over the person. And this is how this legal system is constructed, and everything in the legal system, legal society, every statute to legislation, every rule, regulation and policy created relates to a person. The 1978 Interpretation Act, person, incorporated or unincorporated, we're neither, right? We're just a man. I'm a man. I'm telling you, I'm verifying it here in private capacity under full liability. Because I can hear, I can speak, I can see, I can touch, I feel pain, I can go to the toilet, I can shout, right? I'm alive. And these people in this legal system cannot deal with people that's alive. They can only deal with fictions. And fictions are on paper. Person is a creation of the Crown. Corporation, an entity, a corporate name that doesn't exist, it has no life, it can't write anything, it can't answer anything, you can't talk to it on the phone, you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Anyway, if you want to prove that you are not a person, look at your driving licence or your passport and your photograph and ask it a question. If it answers, you're an imposter. This is how simple this is, people. Please share this video far and wide, and please wake up, smell the coffee. The fact that he has left means nothing, alright? Take care, people. Be safe, and I'll speak soon. Thank you for watching.